Hello everybody, today's tutorial is going to be on this look that I thought would be perfect for Valentine's Day. So if you like what you see, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see how I got this look, just continue watching. Alright, to start I've already primed my skin with the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer, and now I'm going to go in with the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Ivory. You know, I love this foundation. The little applicator is so easy to put on, and seriously, my skin looks so good when I use it. I am obsessed. So go ahead and watch me blend that in. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand, and I'm just going to put a little bit under my eyes, on the tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, forehead, upper lip, chin, and on the sides of my mouth where I get a little bit of redness. And I'm going to take that same beauty sponge and flip it over and blend that all into my skin. Alright, now that that concealer is all blended in, I'm going to go in with my trusty RCMA No Color Powder. I love this powder, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up with my dampened sponge and press it into the skin in a thin layer first under my eyes to prevent any creasing, because Mama's got some fine lines and it definitely does crease after a little while. I'm going to go in with a little bit more and make it a little thicker to catch any fallout from my eyeshadow in the future. And after I go ahead and bake the eyes, I'm going to take that e.l.f. fluffy brush and I'm going to go ahead and set the other places I put the concealer. Alright, and once that's all set, I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. And I'm just going to bronze up my skin, you know, under my cheekbones, kind of bronzing and contouring. I don't really do a lot of heavy contour, so I just put the bronzer in the places that I would put a contour if I did contour, just to kind of warm up the skin, because the Wet n Wild foundation is a little bit light for me. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Parte. It's spelled party with like 3 A's, that's why I pronounce it that way. And I'm going to go in with the Up and Up stippling brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. I think this color is beautiful. I just recently started getting into blush myself. So now I'm going to go in with my trusty Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit in the shade Ash Brown. And after I brush out my brow hairs, I'm going to go ahead and apply a mixture of the two colors in the palette to my brows. Alright, now that the brows are all filled in, I'm going to go in with my Essence Cosmetics Make Me Brow in the shade Brownie Brows and just highlight my brow hairs and make the brows look a little more natural, a little more defined, and less powdery. that the brows are done, we're going to go in with the eyes. Lord, bear me strength on this one. I'm going to do a cut crease for the first time, and this is stressing me out. I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette as usual, and I'm very excited to go ahead and try this whole new look. Please bear with me. But before we get started, let me go back in with my RCMA No Color Powder, and I want to just kind of bake out a sharp line from the edge of my eyes to give it a nice little winged effect, because I'm going for a kind of wing shaped cut crease here, so this should help me keep it nice and smooth and clean. So now let's bust into this palette. Alright, I'm first going in with the color BUON FRESCO on a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to be working that into the crease of my eye to just put down a nice soft pinkish transition shade. I'm going to be going in with a lot of pinks and reds, trying to keep this into like a soft romantic Valentine's Day gorgeous look. I'm going to go over and do the same thing on the other eye and just blend it in, make it all nice and seamless before I go in with the next color, which I'm going to do now, and that's going to be Love Letter. I'm going to work that in the exact same place, just focusing a little bit lower, blending it in with that first color, making it nice and pretty. Alright, now I'm going to be going in with that Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again, and I'm going to be placing this on the eyelids, and then I'm going to take a flat synthetic brush and I'm going to start carving out that crease. I'm sped up, it's sped up here, but I'm actually going slowly and precisely, trying to get as smooth and straight of a line as possible so that there's a real nice blend from the red to the color that we're going to put on our lid. Alright, now that we got that nice and cut, I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush for definition, and I'm going to be mixing the color of Venetian Red and Love Letter together, and I'm going to be going right on the edge of where we put that cut crease, just deepening it and making the transition even more sharp from the lid color to the blended out top shades. I'm going back in with that flat definer brush with whatever concealer is left on it, and I'm just fixing up the mistakes because, you know, things happen. So now I'm going in with that nice pinky shimmery shade Vermeer and a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to kind of intensify it, and I'm going to place that on the blank spot on the lid where we initially put down that concealer. This color is beautiful. I use this one all the time. Now that we have that lid shade down, I'm gonna go ahead and kick away that bake that we had under our eyes, so I think the cake is done. And now I'm gonna go back in with that first shade, BUON FRESCO, and I'm gonna blend that out with this Sonia Kashuk brush under my waterline here, make it nice and smoky, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye before I go back in with that small pencil brush, and I'm gonna mix the two shades again, Venetian Red and Love Letter, and I'm gonna run that really close to the lash line, just bringing down that red and intensifying the smoky drama, because mama likes some smoke and some drama. Now that our shadow is completely done, I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner off camera with the Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper. Now that we have our wings, we're going to go in and do mascara. I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara with which is black, obviously, noir and black. And I'm going to coat my top lashes and my bottom lashes several times to give a nice fluffy appearance since I don't really wear falsies. And just like that, the eyes are complete. Now for the best part, highlighting this face. This is my bread and butter. So now I'm going to go in with the sleek highlighting palette, and I'm going to take, and I'm going to take the light purpley shade on the bottom, and I'm going to apply this beautiful color to my face. Starting with the cheekbones, I'm going to start the glow. Now that I'm all highlighted there, I'm going to take that cream highlighter at the top and go under my brow bone. I find this is the perfect one for the brow bone highlight. Not too intense, just perfect. And we are done. Now for the best part, well, the second best part, the lips. This is the color Almond Rose from Maybelline's new matte collection, the Into Matte Nudes. This color is so beautiful. I've been using this one constantly. I got, I believe, 3 from this collection, and this is the one that I just continue to gravitate towards time and time again. Real quick, before we get into the end of this video, I wanted you guys to meet somebody here. This is my fat cat named Dutters. He is the sweetest cat of all cats, but he has the worst breath in the history of all cats' breaths. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching me learn how to do a cut crease, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see all the new things I plan to put out. Thanks for watching. Bye.